welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Wow, it seems like I've been gone a long time, y'all. It is the first Sunday in May, and I am Linda Morgan, your host, here on Jazzabrations and Beyond. Yes, I have missed the whole month of April because April has been the most busiest month for me ever. And I can really see how next year will be different, how I will be doing things different in April because it took me away from being here with you guys. Welcome to Jazzabrations and Beyond. I am so excited today to be with you guys today because I have my wonderful son on the show. Yes, he is 18. He is getting ready to go to Cal State Northridge. He is a CSUN Matador. But he's been having so many amazing things happening in his life. And so as my Jazzabrations and Beyond says in our title, I am now on the Beyond part of it. Welcome, Aaron Morgan, to Jazzabrations and Beyond.
Hello, dearest mother.
So, son, you are on your way. You've had some amazing things happen. You have gotten scholarships. Mm-hmm. You have won a Hawkins High School Nifty business plan presentation. Mm-hmm. And you are now enrolled as a CSUN Matador. What does that all feel like to you, son?
I was kind of waiting on this. It took a while, but all the hard work I put in is now finally starting to pay off. So
it is?
Yeah, it is. I'm happy for that because I really have been waiting.
Waiting for?
This season of picking the fruit.
Okay.
Because it's harvest season, so getting scholarships, getting rewards, getting ready to go to college. It's finally here.
Wow. So what could you give some advice to all these other young up and coming juniors and sophomores that are behind you at Hawkins? Look at your camera.
You know what? I don't know, because it depends on just be yourself and don't be afraid to tell people what you think. Basically, just don't be scared. Always have purpose in what you do.
Always have purpose? Mm-hmm. So how did you think, so from 9th grade to now 12th grade, how do you think that you've grown in being able to advocate for yourself?
See, my version of advocating for myself is complaining first, then I'll be annoying about how I can fix the complaint. At first, I would just complain. I wouldn't do anything about it. But now it's like I'm complaining. Okay, this is stupid, or I can't do this. Can you help me do this? Versus just giving up on it. So, I guess my resilience level went up.
Resilience is what you would say helped you to,
for sure,
to be a great advocate now.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you hope to do when you in your first year of college at CSUN?
I mean, get used to college because I've never really did it before. So it would be nice to just fill everything out the first year, just to see what it's all about, to see what the whole talk is about college, because it's clearly major, or else it wouldn't be talked about.
Who talks about it?
Everybody.
Why? Where is this conversation happening at?
Everybody's telling me to go to college, and college is this, college is that. Oh, college will be this. Oh, college will be this. I'm like, okay. I have to see it firsthand when I actually go.
Right. Well, just to give a little background, that your mommy had that college experience at UC San Diego, which prevented her from having a college life. But your dad, on the other hand, is a 5-year graduate of which college?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Northwestern, I think.
Northwestern. And so he is now going to be able to give you the perspective of the college life that mommy is not able to.
Well, I think in a much more actual perspective, the old perspective of college is kind of invalid now because college is a lot different now. I mean, don't get me wrong, his experience might have some aspects that might be the same, but overall, I won't be able to be like, oh, okay, I see what you're saying on multiple occasions. So,
right. Is that because of the change in?
I mean, that was almost 30 years ago. So, I mean, that's a long time ago.
Right. There was no social media.
Right.
There was probably no internet.
Segregation, lots of things.
Right. Okay. Well, Mommy wanted to bring you on the show. Shout out to my co-host, Torre. He couldn't be here today. But we wanted to dedicate this month to graduating students. And he was going to bring on one of his young graduates from his program at Locke High School. See a man, be a man. We may still be able, well, no, because our next Sunday is Malcolm X's birthday. The third Sundays, we're here the first and third Sundays of the month. And May the 19th is Malcolm X's actual birthday. And so Tori and I are going to be here talking about Malcolm X and what it means. And he used to do a festival right here in Leimert Park around Malcolm X. So that show will be dedicated to the life and times of Malcolm X. And so we know there's a lot that has happened in our community. There's a great sense of community building that's going on around the death of this young gentleman, Nipsey Hussle. Mm-hmm. Have you ever gone down there to Slauson to his...
No.
Why don't we do that today? Because I've never gone as well as a parent. I'd like to be able to see what he was building. Don't look crazy at me.
It's just, I mean, okay. It's just...
What?
Why, just out of nowhere?
Because, as I'm thinking and envisioning all that he stood for, as we were coming back on our way here from church, I now realize they have on the U.S. Bank that's right there on Slauson and Crenshaw, they have a mural. The bank is painted for him. That's huge for a U.S. Bank property to allow a mural to be placed on it. I don't know if there's anywhere else. LaRon, do you know of any banks that they've allowed murals of Nipsey to be placed on them? Yeah, see, so that's monumental in itself. So I want to go. I want to get some pictures of that. I want to be able to see. I didn't go to the Obama street naming yesterday. Did you go, LaRon?
I was around that area, but it happened.
Right, see? So these are things that are happening right here in our communities that we need to be in, at least go look.
Okay.
Take a look. So today, next week is Mother's Day. We're not here online, but next Sunday is Mother's Day. And so you are coming to church with me and participate in the Mother's Day celebration and all of that. So I just thought we'd spend this time together today.
I think it will be better on that day, but hey, whatever suits your fancy. Because then it'll be a mother-son thing. We go see the mirror. That would be a lot better.
No, because we have the Mother's Day brunch at church. So we have to do that, and then we have a concert afterwards. But you don't have to go to the concert afterwards. But you do have to come to the Mother's Day brunch at church. Okay. So we won't have time next Sunday. So that's why I want to do it this Sunday. And then, of course, the third Sunday, we'll be back here on the radio. But in and of itself, I'm just excited as a working mom who has a 18-year-old son who is now on his way to college. And it's been a road of educational endeavors that we've gone down to get you here. I went to the Council of Black Educators yesterday, which is a parent conference that Hawkins paid for us parents to go to. Very interesting in itself that they have scholarships, and we were talking about why didn't Hawkins know about the scholarships and stuff like that. And then, of course, the finger started going like this. Nobody knew. So, of course, I went and found the scholarship coordinator and asked the questions. Can you please tell me, who did you send this information to at Hawkins? Why didn't they know about it? Because I'm sitting with my principal right now, and he didn't know anything about this. So we're going to correct that for next year. Then I get the program book, and I look in there, and Jack and Virgie Silas gives a scholarship to this organization every year. They've been giving it for years. He said he doesn't get to choose. As I brought him the book today at church, he said he doesn't get to choose who the scholarship goes to. He just tells them whether it's going to be a woman or a young man. And so I took him pictures and showed him pictures of the young lady who won the scholarship that he had presented. So I say all that to say the scholarship, we really didn't get deeply involved in the scholarships like we probably should have, because there's so many opportunities for scholarships. And I got a calendar and a book for you that I got from that workshop in my bag. The resources for scholarships, parents, if I could tell you anything, the resources for scholarships is out there. You just have to get out there and do the legwork. There's a young sister who put together a calendar that I bought. When I come back from the break, I'm going to promote this calendar for her and this book based on the two people that I met yesterday at this conference. But I think as parents who are engaged in our children's activity, and we know that there are lots of parents who are not. But for us parents who are engaged, we want to maximize everybody else's money outside of our own for college. And I really that didn't sink in with me, because we've been just chugging along in terms of getting you to do the whole scholarship process. And I'm grateful for a very good friend, Marva Smith, who has really helped us to get in that process and submit these scholarships. So congratulations to Social Justice Learning Institute, which is another great organization who has helped you to get the Michael Jordan Always Up Foundation Scholarship. So that's $10,000 that he will be receiving over 4 years, $2,500 a year. So we're grateful for every penny, because every penny counts, and we know that you're going to be living on campus. We know that you don't want to drive, and we know that we got a meal plan that we got to purchase. So that
man's gotta eat.
Yes, you do. But you just tell mommy, I'm just here, and I wanted to dedicate this show to you today about you and how you feel progressing. When we come back, we're going to take a break. But when we come back, we're going to talk about why he doesn't want to go to the prom, why he doesn't want to do any senior activities, and why it's not important at this point to do those things, because your sister said you're going to regret not doing them. We'll be right back. I'm your host, Linda Morgan, here on Jazzabrations and Beyond. I'm here with my son, Aaron Morgan, and we're talking about the college life experience that he's going to be partaking in June. We'll be right back.
In a sentimental mood, I can see the stars come through my room, while your loving attitude lights up a flame that lights the gloom on the wings of every kiss. Drifts a melody so soft and sweet in this sentimental
the way, that song that you always hear when I go on break, that's none other than Miss Elena Gilliam, one of my jazz legends, who gave me this song when I started the show a year ago and said, you can run this, you can play my song. And I pay honor to her with this song. Thank you. And so we're back. I'm your host, Linda Morgan of Jazzabrations and Beyond. When I took on my co-host at the 1 year mark in August, I decided that I'm more than just jazz and blues. I am a mother of an 18-year-old who is now getting ready to go to college. I'm a Tuskegee Airman member of the LA chapter. I'm a sister who is always helping out with other women's organizations. So the Beyond, and then my co-host, Torre, who's not here with us, he is a multifaceted individual himself. He's a performer. He's an educator. He has a nonprofit called Family, who has a program in Locke High School called See a Man, Be a Man. And he was wanting to start a princess program for the young ladies, princess to queen. And I'm sure he's still going to get that off and rolling. But that's the Beyond part now of our show, Jazzabrations and Beyond. So earlier and if you wanted to call in and say something to Aaron, the number as always is 323-293-3375. And so as I was talking about yesterday at the COBA, it's called COBA, Council of Black Educators Conference that they have every year. This is their 50th year, this organization. And there was a sister who was selling these calendars for her client. And Tiffany Bradshaw, by the way. Hey, Tiffany, just giving you a shout out. But I was just telling my son about this calendar. And it is a Black History calendar. And it is a 2019 HBCU calendar. So in this calendar, it has tons and tons of resources. Just tons of scholarships that parents could have, from A to Z, totaling over $700,000. Can you imagine if we had started with this? Took this list and went from A to Z and just submitted. There's no telling how much money we could have came up with. But it's water under the bridge. Maybe some of them's deadlines, which I'm going to send this to Marva. We can still take a look and see if it's too late for any of these. And the resources that's in here is just amazing. And she does this every year. So shout out to this sister who put this together. Her name is Tracy Austin. Her organization is the Education Network. See, I didn't know about Tracy. Had I known about Tracy, I probably would have tapped into Tracy much earlier. But it was meant for me to go there yesterday to get this information. So if you haven't seen this calendar, I think you can go to her website is blackhistoryhbcu.com. blackhistoryhbcu.com. I'm just giving her the shout out because this is an invaluable tool. And this needs to be in every counselor's hand. So I'm going to make it my point to see how LAUSD can get this information into all the counselors' hands because they need this. For 11th, 10th graders need to start applying for scholarships. Don't wait till 12th grade, but start applying early. So I'm going to work on that. That's a project. And then I went to one of the breakout conferences. This gentleman here, his name is Jerome Vincent Carter. He and his wife did a workshop. What struck me the most about this, and the reason why I'm putting this book up, The Blueprint of Greatness. The Blueprint for Greatness. This gentleman actually writes poetry. And he gets the children engaged in writing their own poetry and their own stories about their life. And how he breaks it down is amazing. And he has 12 principles for success on the back. But look this book up, Blueprint for Greatness. And what it jogged for me, Aaron, I write poetry. And I don't do it all the time. But as I sat there and listened to his life story and his curriculum around this book, I bought a book for you too. So it's great reading. But I can now think about writing poetry around my events. I go to so many events. So I can now take my poetry writing skills and create a poem from my experiences of my events that I go to. And you know me, I'm always out somewhere doing something. So as of that, so I'm going to start as of tonight. When I leave here and I go out and listen to some jazz, I'm going to write about it because that's my gift that I kind of bury often. And to be able to then take that and put it in a book. That is as simple as it can get for me. And I've been wondering, I've been trying to figure out what is my purpose? What is it that I want to do? What is it of all the stuff that I'm doing? These are things that I already naturally do. I go out and I network. I go to events and I do write poetry. So to combine those two loves together to create a business model for me was amazing for me to connect that with this young gentleman's book. And so I did buy one of these books for you, The Blueprint for Success. And so this book helps to enrich, enhance, and empower you to achieve success. So I definitely want you to have a copy of that. But I just wanted to talk about that a little bit because a lot of times we don't see the value of things that we do until after or when we're in the moment. Mm-hmm. And so I know as a parent who has been almost like a helicopter with you, I want you to tell our listening audience how that has made you. I know he get ready to go somewhere, y'all, but I need him to be open and honest about the helicopter experience that you've had these 12 years with me at the helm. Go ahead. You can say whatever you want to say.
I don't know about all that, but I don't know. It was a lot. On one hand, it was like, oh, no, I got this. On the other hand, I didn't have a voice, so I needed a voice, and you were the voice, so it was a lot. 12 years is a lot to talk about. Oof.
Why is it a lot? I mean, let's break it down. So, from kindergarten with Miss Gray at Baldwin Hills.
Fuentes.
Okay, it was Miss
Herrera. No, Herrera. Herrera was the kindergarten teacher. There we go.
Okay, so you remember Miss Herrera in kindergarten. First grade was Miss Gray. Second grade
was Miss Boone and Miss Fuentes.
Miss Boone and Miss Fuentes. And these were teachers at Baldwin Hills Elementary, Magna. Then we had Miss Alachuco.
Chuku.
Alachuco. And who did we...
Joy.
Miss Joy.
Mr. Billups.
Right.
Yeah. 5th
grade. So the fact that you remember your teachers says a lot because they poured a lot into you in those short periods.
I wouldn't say all that either. But
what?
Well, maybe I just have a really good memory. Well, I mean, I totally didn't have them for an entire year, so it's not like you could just forget about them like that. Right. But yeah, they were.
But they were the beginning shapers of our life in LAUSD.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Whew, LAUSD is tough to deal with. They got a lot to work on.
They do. So, but even with that, so and we had Baldwin Hills, and then we moved on to Audubon.
Mm-hmm. Whew. I'm getting stressed thinking about it.
Okay, don't get stressed thinking about it. I just want you to kind of go back in time and let's just take it up to where we are now. So we were at Audubon and we had...
That was traumatic.
It was traumatic. We had lots of experiences with lots of different teachers at Audubon. Mm-hmm. I can't remember any of their names.
Yeah, if I went down and actually remembered, I could probably remember all their names, but I don't. Miss Williams, Mr. Wall, Mr. Parks, Mr. Brown, Miss Ayala, Mrs. May, Miss Ashford. Who else? Mr.
And the
E.
principal there was Charmaine Young.
Right. Miss
That
Williams. I can keep going.
Yeah. So, yes, his middle school was what he said, traumatic. Didn't want to remember it pretty much. But we've had some interesting times in school. And the reason I wanted to bring him on here is because I have been engaged in your education as a parent.
Thank you.
From kindergarten until now.
Appreciate
For 12 years. And I'm big ups to you. You will be graduating. You're graduating with honors.
I now?
Are you? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This is not news.
They don't be informing me about nothing, so I'm just thinking I'm just regularly graduating like everybody else.
You've already been on the honor roll twice. How is that not news to anybody?
Well, yeah, it's not like my GPA has been go down, so yeah, that's true. I didn't even think about that.
So your GPA
3.6
is what makes you go on the honor roll.
Well, no, it's 3.7, I think.
Right. And so yesterday at the conference, most of the graduating seniors' GPA was 4.0, 4.1, 4.2. I was like, wow. They was really doing it. And so to be in the top 10% of your class, which is what you are when you are you're in the top 5. Hey, he's a top 5 in his class now. So that in itself, mommy was top 10. So, I'm right there with you. I didn't really understand all of that when I was going through. I was smart, but I just didn't put it all together. Why? I should have been even smarter. But that in itself shows your aptitude to work hard, to get things done, to stay focused.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, I don't know, because I lollygag, but I get my work done, so you gotta have a balance of both. I learned that maybe through 11th through 12th. 9th and 10th, oh, you have homework? No. Go home, play the game, blah, 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 blah. And then weeks later, he's missing all these assignments. Now it's like, oh, you got homework? Yeah.
So, I had to put systems in place because I'm not at the schools with him. And so I had to put systems in place with me and the teachers to communicate. And it is still, I tell you parents, it is still a task to get communication from schools and from teachers about any and everything. It is still, so I have taken it up on myself that when he is in college, I am going to make sure that the next generation behind him have a communication plan with the school, because it is the most needed thing that I have found as a parent that is lacking. And I'm talking about from an involved parent who is on the school site council, who has been to every meeting, who is up at the school anytime they call, and still lacking in communication. That's a problem that I'm going to fix. I don't know about other parents, but I'm going to fix that problem for the next generation, because it shouldn't be this difficult to communicate.
Shouldn't.
But it was really
But
hard.
it is.
And it was really sometimes just arduous. And so I'm committed to making sure that, like you, his business plan that he went to the NIFTY. What does NIFTY stand for? National what?
It's something, network for teaching entrepreneurship.
Okay.
I think so. Don't quote me on that.
All right, I'll look that up and make sure that I got the right name. I know the acronym NFTE. But your business plan that you won for your school was a very unique one. Mm-hmm. And it was called Clean Plate Initiative. Clean your plate.
Okay, so it was 3. Clean your plate so you don't have to. People found that condescending. Clean the place, don't lie. And clean your plate because there's people starving in
Which one?
America.
Okay, so his business plan was around food waste, wasting food, and he and his partner came up with ways to eliminate food waste.
Mm-hmm.
And so, with that project, I don't know if you're going to take it to the next level.
Yeah, it will be definitely taken to the next level, but I gotta get more knowledge first before I just be like, oh, yo, restaurants, time to change it up. You waste too much food. Like, they're like, who are you? Like, you don't have the credentials to tell me what to do. I mean, even though they're still wrong, they're not just gonna just change that easily.
Right. So it's going to take a movement in order to.
No, not well. Yeah, but I'm not really, because I'm not working with customers per se. I'm working with the owners and the executive chefs at the restaurants. So a movement, yes, because I mean it should already be that we want to end food waste in America. But for right now, yes. But yeah, you could definitely, movement with chefs and owners. How about that?
A movement that with chefs and owners to take responsibility for food waste.
Because they're the ones making it. Because, I mean, the customer, their eyes are looking at it. Why is that? You serve them too much. Especially if they're trying something new. Whatever, for example, whatever a method could be, whatever is most wasted, could be served buffet style. So if they give them a little bit. If they want more, they ask for more. Something like that up to a certain amount of times.
Right.
That way, instead of getting a whole big old plate of it and then you waste half of it, if you're on your third serving and you waste that little plate, that's significantly less than wasting half of a big plate. So that's just one suggestion.
Okay. But y'all hear what he's talking about. So I'm glad that he was able to present. He won for his school, and yesterday he presented on a school-wide basis.
Yeah, out of 3,500, I was out of the 50. I felt like I got cheated, but we're not going to talk about that.
Okay. He felt like he got cheated.
But even then, there was somebody else's business idea that was just really good. So.
Okay. Well, this is why I just wanted you to come on and just talk about, all the many experiences that you've had in growing up in this 12 years of LAUSD and what it's meant to now finally be able to
get out of it.
Get out of it?
Yeah. LAUSD is only K through 12.
Correct.
So I'm not, it's like a chain being lifted. Oh. But I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm going to come back and fix the very problems that LAUSD doesn't want to talk about. But for right now, I need to get away from it. So right. That's what I'll be doing in August.
In August?
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing?
College.
Oh, no, you're going to be doing college in June.
Well, officially starting college. And
right.
I still think that early start isn't correct because they don't have my transcript. That's a whole other thing.
Right. So, with that, you guys, I know that it is like, for me as a mom, this is really exhilarating to know that we are only 20-something days left before graduation. And, seniors, I went to my prom. I participated in senior week. I went to the after prom. I did all these things.
Nope.
That Aaron chooses not to do.
Introvert squad.
And I'm trying to really understand and help me, callers, if you want to call in 323-293-3375, why he's not interested in doing any of these things. Can you please help me and tell mommy and tell my audience why you're not interested?
Not my type of thing to do. It's just not. I don't like those type of activities. I don't get me wrong. I like the whole hype up. Oh, wow, look at them. They look fly and all this other stuff. But it's just like, for what? specifically?
For what?
Like, what's the whole... I know what the point is, but it's like, okay, you bought the car, you rented the car, you rented the hotel, you bought the suit, you got all this stuff only for it to be one day. It's just, I don't really see the point in that.
What's the experience of celebrating your 12th grade
But
year?
I mean, well, for me, I feel like there's multiple ways to do such. We can do a bonfire, we can go to the beach, we can go to Six Flags. You know, I mean, it doesn't always have to be in the form of everybody dressing up. It's just like, now college different, totally different, completely different. Even then, do they even have a college prom? I don't even know. No. Yeah, that's what I thought. So no, high school, I'm just, not my type of thing. I don't like parties like that.
Yeah, well, as an 18-year-old, you have been pretty much a in-house on your game and system thing, and you don't.
But I get my work done.
Right, you don't hang out, you don't do the party life. So I get it that's not,
It's not for me. Don't get me wrong, I can go hang out. Can do that, but the whole party thing, not for me.
Gotcha. And trust and believe me, Mommy is not trying to coerce you to start going to your prom or anything.
No, I get it. Well, it's too late now anyway. So. Good. The due date was Friday ago.
Okay. But anyway.
And another thing, why would I pay it to be off campus? But anything. Anyway.
Pay to be off campus?
Uh-huh. For last week, from the 1st to the 5th or whatever. Why would I pay to be off campus? Well, I could just not come to campus.
Oh, they're charging you to go to
Senior week.
Senior week?
Why would I pay to be off campus? Why? Please tell me.
Okay, well, I don't understand that part about it because they really haven't communicated with the parents as to what this all is. They just want us to fork out some money and you would be off campus somewhere and we don't know. But I'm glad you have some sensibilities about yourself and realize that it's stupid too, because I sure don't know as a parent. But, that's probably how it is with most.
It makes no...
It doesn't make sense at all. I got you. But anyway, so we were going to take a quick break, and we are almost halfway through the show. And I'm just appreciating the fact that you are maturing. You're 6 feet, 3 inches, 6'3", 6'5"?
No,
6'3"? He's 6'3", y'all. I want him to stand up so you can see how tall he is.
Even though you won't be able to see it, but...
Let me see.
Not that big of a difference.
Yes. See, you're tall, almost as tall as this backdrop back here. But I just wanted you to see how tall he is. We're going to be right back with a quick commercial break. I'm your host, Linda Morgan, here on Jazzabrations and Beyond. And I have my son, Aaron Morgan, here, and we're just kicking it, talking about his new experiences. We'll be right back. You know what? I don't remember whose song that is. Who's it? What is that? Highway. I'm not sure which one of my legends gave me that song. I'm going to have to research that. We got to look it up and see whose song is that. But anyway, I'm Linda Morgan. I'm your host here on Jazzabrations and Beyond. I am here on the first and third Sundays of the month from 3 to 4 p.m. My co-host, Torre, Brannon Reese, is not here with me today. But on the show, I have my wonderful 18-year-old son, Aaron Morgan, with me. Hey, Aaron, welcome back.
Hola.
And we have talked about everything from elementary school at Baldwin Hills to Audubon Middle School. Oof. I saw one of the teachers from Audubon yesterday too at the Cobra thing. I can't remember her name, but she was there. Up until now, the teachers at Hawkins, we didn't talk about them. You have Mr. Thomas, Eric Thomas.
It's 7.
We have Miss Williams. We have Miss Gay. We have Miss Dow. We have Miss Ragland. We have
D'Amato.
Mr. D'Amato, who has worked with you.
Reyes.
And Sherrod.
Yeah, there we go. That's the last one.
And we have Mr. Cook.
Well, I mean, yeah.
In Black Male Youth Academy. He and Social Justice Learning Institute is the reason why I kept Aaron at Hawkins.
Only reason.
Augustus Hawkins Middle School.
Sorry, but only reason.
That is the only reason why I kept him there. After the 9th grade, I was about ready to pull the little hair out that I have. But realizing the importance of this Black Male Youth Academy program that D'Artagnan Scorza has created within Hawkins, it has been phenomenal. You went to South Africa with them.
Mm-hmm.
He's gone to multiple college tours with them.
Have.
He's gone on camping trips to Big Bear. So a lot of good came out of that program. And so I recommend young sisters get your young boys into a mentoring program. If they can get it as a class in school, I highly recommend it because it helped to shape his little character and give him the leadership that he needs to be able to now successfully go off to college.
So serious.
And so I'm excited because I'm going to be an empty nester. Yes. He does have a 28-year-old sister who lives in Denver, Colorado, who did go to college. She's now a proud mother of a 2-year-old. Hey, Golden. Glad I'm missing you.
Can't wait to come see you.
Yes, so I have a grandbaby that I'm now going to be spending a lot more time with now that Aaron is going to be out of my nest. So, he's going up to Cal State Northridge, as a CSUN Matador. I thought that possibly, after you get your first year up there, you may want to change and transfer and
maybe
go to another school,
Who knows?
So we may have all these different options. You may want to, I did not realize how many HBCUs there are. This calendar, again, you guys, you need to just get this Black History calendar just for reference information. I mean, this is 2019. I'm not sure how long she's been doing this, but go to blackhistoryhbcu.com and get this calendar that she puts out every year. And she has all kind of information in here about what happens, Black History facts. But what was astounding for me was that when I saw the resource page on how many scholarship opportunities that there is available. Where did I see that? I'm sure it's somewhere in here. But right here, $700,000 worth of scholarships. She has resources here listed for you. And she has a list of all the Black colleges, the HBCUs in here. I had no clue. No clue. Even though he never wanted to venture off and go to an HBCU. He may be venturing in your second year.
Not that I didn't want to go. It's just they didn't have the program I was looking for. I should have went to Morehouse. Again, HBCUs, I'm a fan of them. It's just, I don't know. I'm just not intertwined with it. I actually probably have to go see a school in order to see what it's like.
Right. So I should have, as a parent, we should have took him on the HBCU Black College Tour. I didn't do that. So parents, learn from my mistakes and let your children venture out to these tours. Teresa Price, with her foundation, does a great job with the tour. I just don't even, I probably was so busy I couldn't even think about it at this point. So, but I encourage parents to do that. Take your kids on the Black College Tour. Because, like you said, if you had experienced it, you probably would have made some decisions. But that's not to say it's not too late, because I'm going to let you do this first year here at Northridge so you can get a taste of the college life close to me. And then your second and third, fourth year, you may be traveling on to Morehouse or at some college out of the state, because you do need to venture further away from me to be able to really fly like an eagle in the sea.
Okay.
Because, you by staying in the same state, you really ain't flying. You just kind of like, your wings is just getting off the ground. But see, if you go to another state, you got to fly, because you got to rely on yourself. You can't rely that mommy and daddy is only 100 miles, 20 miles up the street. And then it'll help you to grow and mature more, I think. It's just me talking, we'll get to see, you have the resources to be able to do whatever you want. I want to give a big shout out to your mentor. What's his name? Tahir? Mm-hmm. Hey, Tahir. He who has been working with him. Zaire. Who has been working with him on Thursdays. He wants to get into coding. Still looking for income opportunities.
Oh, yes. Yes.
He is looking for intern.
I don't want to work fast food. I don't. That's not what I want to do. Like, okay, everybody says, oh, well, I mean, it's a source of income and it gives you life skills and blah, blah, blah. But I want something that I'm going to do later on in life, because that way I can be better at when I actually go. So to the people who are saying that, please stop, because you're suppressing your kids or your friends' potential. So stop it, please. That's not helping anything.
Right. So you actually want to go and be an intern
a tech assistant. Something that I can do around technology, and I bet you I will be good at it. But working fast food and retail, it's like, for what? Why? We shouldn't have to. That shouldn't have to be the only thing we can do. So yeah. Right.
I get it. So he is still looking for opportunities in around tech. I think I've forwarded you something on coding that we're going to look into. But I think it has to do with it's during the week, so you're not really going to be able to do that until you get out of school. But anyway, so you have many opportunities to get involved. He's interning at the Vermont Slauson Economic Development Corporation on Thursdays as well. So he is building up his skill sets to be able to have a job. Mm-hmm. I'm surprised that he hasn't, as of yet, figured out how to get paid playing the doggone games.
Well,
I saw when I went to Vegas.
It's not that easy, but okay.
I saw when I went to Vegas.
And certain games I'm not good at. So
okay, so there's a gaming system that he wants right now, and I'm just like saying, by now you could have made enough money in playing this gaming to pay for these game systems that you want.
I mean, technically I do. It's just that it's on a gift card, and I cannot transfer the money on the gift card to cash, so I can go put it in the bank, so I can buy the system. So,
We have a caller. LeBron, is there somebody on the phone? Oh, no. Oh, we do have a caller on the line. Welcome to the show. Thank you for calling. Who's on the line?
This is Darren Morgan, Aaron Morgan's dad.
Hey, Darren Morgan, Aaron Morgan's dad.
What's happening? Yeah, I just wanted to, take this opportunity just to congratulate Aaron on all his recent accomplishments. Is he there?
Hi.
All right. Hey, Aaron, I just wanted to take time and just real briefly here, just congratulate you on all your recent successes, being accepted into California State University Northridge. Your mom told me you just recently was awarded the scholarship associated with Michael Jordan. And I know you recently received an award, I believe. I don't want to stumble over myself here, but I know you recently received a couple of awards. One of the awards being on the honor roll, and I believe there was maybe it was a while back, there was a leadership award. Oh yeah, what was it? Fill in the blanks for me. The competition, was it debate or what was that?
The Nifty. Yeah, he just presented yesterday for the Nifty Business Plan Award. Competition.
The Business Plan Award. So I am so proud of you, Aaron. If you didn't know, I am super duper proud of you. I was just talking to some members of my church this morning. They were asking what you're doing these days, and that you've been admitted to CSUN, majoring in computer science. So, but definitely, the key is, you've always been blessed with the talent and ability, and now, coupled with the hard work and efforts, there's no door that will not be open to you. You will see as time progresses, so many doors will be open to you when you put your best foot forward. So I love you and I'm proud of you.
Thank you. Love you too.
All right, y'all. Well, I just wanted to call in real quick. Y'all have a good day.
All righty. Thank you so much. Well, that was Darren Morgan, Aaron's father, calling in and just giving him congratulations about... okay, don't be funny. We on the air. We live. So my son is so much like me that it is amazing. My friends tell me all the time that he definitely is built off of his mommy's old chip off the block. But I appreciate you taking this hour time out of your busy schedule of playing.
No problem. No, not busy. Well, not busy.
Not busy?
No, I'm. My goal today is to buy it, get it out of the way, so I can now start from scratch and build it back up again.
Oh, so you wanted to come on because you think mommy's gonna buy that system today?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? That's the only reason why you came on?
No, I wanted to talk about going to college and why I didn't want to go to prom.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, that's my 18-year-old, y'all. As you can tell, he is full of energy, energetic, and ready to go. It has been wonderful.
It's been a while since I've been on here, so that's why I wanted to come on.
You did what?
It's been what, almost a year since last time I was here, so it's nice to come back and be with my mother, who I love dearly.
Oh, thank you. Well, you guys, it's been fun. We've been here an hour here on Jazzabrations and Beyond. You know, you can always look us up on YouTube, Morris Media Studios, look up Jazzabrations and Beyond, or go to morrismedialive.com. This young sister here is doing it. She's doing it every week. She has podcasting classes coming up. I think if you look her up on Facebook, you can see when her next one is. She's located right here in Leimert Park, Morris Media Studios. And I've committed myself to being here twice a month to help in the continuation of building her dreams and legacy here rest in peace to her dad, who's no longer here with us, me and LaRon. He was our brick and mortar, I done got all twisted up now. But anyway, Johnny, rest in peace. He was a legend, and he has her on the right track. Big up to you, Felicia. LaRon is our in studio. LaRon Davison is our engineer. He's always rocking it. So I appreciate you each week, LaRon, as I come and do this show. So, Mr. Morgan, did you want to say any parting words as we leave Jazzabrations and Beyond today? Any words?
Remember me. I'll be back.
So remember him. He will be back, y'all. My son, Aaron John Morgan. Thank you.
The universe is powerful. Don't forget that.
The universe is powerful. Don't forget that. Until next 2 weeks now, we'll be back on the third Sunday with my host, Torre Brannon Reese, on Malcolm X's birthday, May the 19th. Y'all have a great weekend. I'm about to go hear me some jazz, y'all.
See you later.
Bye-bye.
In a sentimental mood, I can see the stars come through my room, while your loving attitude lights up a flame that lights the gloom on the wings of every kiss. Drifts a melody so soft and sweet in this sentimental